Here we go. Hey, folks. Horror After Midnight. Your host, Slinky Jallow, joined by my good friend, KC. And this is our commentary on the Big Mamma Jamma.
Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, 1968. Yeah, we're going to brag probably. Well, I will all through the movie because we drove right up that road.
Yeah.
So good. But this is the one that started it all, man. We wouldn't have anything regarding the modern zombie if it wasn't for George Romero in this movie.
Yeah, that's true. He kind of paved the way for everybody.
And set the standard. He set the bar so high. Because I've probably seen this movie like probably 300 times. Never get sick of it.
It's a perfect movie. You can watch it anytime. Right now, around Halloween, it's just a great time to go on.
Goes hand in hand. Like you have to watch this movie around Halloween. You have to. But and just there we go, right there. And just I don't know. I've seen it colorized, and I've seen it cleaned up, and nothing beats a muddy, grainy version of the movie if you have a copy.
Yeah, I agree. I did not like the colorized version at all.
It looks fake. It really looks artificial.
It's hard on the eyes. It like hurts you to watch that.
It was neat to see certain things colorized because watching it so many times you kind of wonder, what color is the car? But
yeah.
I didn't really care. After seeing it, it was like
yeah, it was like all these bright pinks and bright blues, and I didn't like it.
Because her dress is like bright pink, I think.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look good. But there's Russ Steiner, Johnny.
Yeah, he also produced the film, also, right?
Yeah. A lot of the people in the movie helped write it, like John Russo, Russ Steiner. Romero's in it. He plays one of the reporters in the scene at Washington when those politicians are getting in the car. He's the guy asking the questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then John Russo plays a zombie. It's pretty cool. But all hands on deck, man. It's kind of one of those things where it's, hey, you want to go make a movie? Sure, let's go do it.
Yeah, this was like indie back in the day.
Yeah, this is what I consider like true indie. Like, it was I think 10 guys pitched in like $1,000, and they made the movie.
Yeah, it was a whole group of friends from college, I believe.
Yeah. It's University of Pitt, I think. So stood right there. That's so cool.
Oh yeah, right there.
I can't help it. That was like a religious experience, man. Going to that cemetery, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of funny seeing other nerds walking around there too.
Yeah, we weren't the only ones, so that's awesome. But oh man, we trekked all through this. It's funny. Liz's son. It's like these guys realize they're in a cemetery. She's like, So, but it was just neat standing.
Oh yeah, it was, and like now it's like so grown up compared to the way it is from here.
Yeah. All the trees, everything looks different. Plus, I think in the '80s it got hit by a tornado, and that messed up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they're just not like taking good care of it and putting everything back where it was.
Yeah. Well, some of the stones, the trees were eating them.
Yeah, and some are so heavy they probably had to bring in like I don't know something really like a crane, not a crane.
Yeah, they had to bring like a backhoe. Yeah, to move them back. So it's and some of those stones were old. If you remember, there were some of them from the 1800s. So
yeah, very old.
They probably don't have relatives left to come visit them. But anyway, let's see. One thing I thought was pretty neat is in the movie, the layout of everything, the house is pretty close to the cemetery. So they make you think,
Yeah, very believable.
But in real life, it's very true. It's really not that far, the house from the cemetery. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it wasn't but like maybe a mile or so away. It wasn't far.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. So, but yeah. Oh, driving gloves. Look at that.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I see that on motorcycles, but not in a car.
Look at that tie too. And it's funny, the people from the movie, the actors, they didn't, because was it Rush Streiner says in an interview, he wished he would have kept those gloves and that tie, because he said he would have sold it on eBay.
Yeah, it would have been worth a lot.
Oh man.
Especially being that they mess up the whole copyright and everything.
Yeah, so they could have made some kind of money off of it. So
even those glasses somebody would have bought.
I'm telling you, man, there's the line. I'm getting out of here. Johnny's a jerk.
Yeah. Just messing with Barbara.
Dude, yeah. And it's funny because what was it?
Not knowing that he's actually a zombie.
Yeah, no, not a clue. Well, he's a ghoul. He's a ghoul.
Ghoul, that's right. They don't call him zombies.
Because I was going to say, in The Walking Dead, they told all the zombie extras they weren't allowed. We stood right there, got pictures, looking like nerds.
Oh, yeah. On time.
Yeah, oh, so cool. The zombie extras in Walking Dead, they told them they were not allowed to move faster than the cemetery zombie in this movie. That was one of their things they had to adhere to.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
The zombies, they shouldn't really run.
No, zombies don't run. They don't run, damn it.
No, their ankles would break. I mean.
Yeah, man. Like, all right. If you suspend your disbelief for a few minutes and buy the idea of a zombie or a reanimated dead person.
Yeah.
Rigor mortis sets in, so you're all stiff. Your shit's not going to move right. You're going to, your bones might be slipping out of their joints and stuff. Yeah, you're going to move like you have a stick up your butt.
Yeah.
And
no way you could ever run. This guy's actually moving a little fast.
Those are terrifying zombies, though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But nah. And in this one, they use tools.
Yeah, they're actually kind of like intelligent.
You
don't see this very often.
No, here it comes right there. And then later on, you see one using I think it's one of the chair legs as a club.
Yeah. When they're busting the lights out of the truck.
Yeah, that's right. They bust the lights out of the truck. Yeah. Get out of there, Barbara. There you go.
This part, I don't get how she does it. How she.
Yeah. That's I think that's Bill Hintzman. Bill Hintzman is a cemetery zombie. So, just
he's a great actor.
He sells it, man. I totally buy it. But he follows her all the way to that house. Spoilers, kids.
Now this right here is what I don't understand. How she did not steer to not hit that tree.
Well, there's no power steering. The car's not on.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that would
So
make
she's
sense.
Like, she's she's fighting with it. So there he goes. But
a frail woman. So
yeah, she falls about 10 times. But he's moving at a clip, boy. Let me tell you.
yeah, he's definitely like a little jog going.
Yeah. He's man, he's not lumbering, that's for sure. But yeah, he totally sells it. About, oh, look at that. It's right there.
Oh, wow. There's that.
Yeah. Yeah, we weren't that far from the spot, man. I'll tell you what.
No, we were pretty close.
Yeah. But as Liz would say, or as Liz did say, in Western Pennsylvania, behind every door is a shotgun. So
yeah, when you see no trespassing signs, it's time to get out of there.
I lost all my confidence, man, once I saw that sign. So
it'd be the same way in Texas.
Man, yeah, oh yeah, especially in Texas. you know. But yeah, can't tell where, but we stood in one of those fields. So, and look at that. Ah,
Yeah, now it's like a cabin kind of thing now, right?
yeah, yeah. It's neat because you can look at pictures from, 67 when they shot it, and you can look at pictures now, and the tree line looks almost the same. There's still a couple
Yeah.
like pine trees where like we were able to figure it out where we were standing. So
Yeah, we were able to line everything up.
yeah, yeah. No bathroom in this house. That's a fun fact. You know, going
Do
out
they
the
have
woods.
like a outhouse, or are they just like using a hole in the ground?
I don't know. The book I read, Romero was like there wasn't a bathroom, so everybody had take turns running out into the woods. So like they were roughing it, man. They were roughing it making the movie.
That's the dedication.
Yeah, for real. And because I think they shot on the weekends every weekend for I think a year or a little more than a year.
Wow.
For 1967, and then they edited it and released it in 68. So, but like, it's not so much the framing of the shots, but the lighting of the shots.
Very eerie.
Yeah, like really sets the tone. And with black and white, man, you got two colors, black and white. So you really have to set the lighting to where it looks. In this, it looks ominous. Oh, he just ripped the phone line out. No bathrooms. I got a phone.
So yeah, you gotta have it to where it's not too bright, where it's still got that eerie feel.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. You can't touch this movie, man.
No, you can watch this movie over and over again. It's just such a great movie.
Yeah. It's plus the way he shoots, man. He shoots everything, like all these little parts, and edits everything together later. So in the 60s, when this movie came out, it didn't look like other movies. Like other movies would, show a scene and then it would pan left or right. There were like long takes, stuff like this. He's just crazy. Somebody did an edit count on this movie, and it was some astronomical number. And for the 60s, yeah, it just blew people away. So
yeah, you can see how it's kind of flashing from one to another.
Yeah, just boom, 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 boom. But that's cool. It sets a pace. Because I don't know. I've talked to people. I've talked to people about this movie, and they're like, "Oh, it's black and white." Yeah, this movie moves at a clip. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it's not.
Not slow moving at all.
It doesn't give you a room to breathe, man. Like shit just keeps happening. Boom, boom. There's Ben. There we go. Oh man.
Such a great actor.
Yeah, dude. Dwayne Jones. Love that guy. But yeah. Then you got like I call him the country bumpkin, Tom and Judy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then the dick.
Cooper. Carl Hardman. So he sells it, man. What a good actor. Him and I forget her name. I think it's Marilyn Eastman plays Cooper's wife.
Okay.
Oh yeah, one of the biggest moments in the movie where they use tools is little Karen Cooper. She trouws her mom to death.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right. I always forget about that. But
another thing you don't really see is zombies using weapons against people.
Yeah,
they just eat brains and eat body parts.
Yeah, I don't even think you see it in Dawn or Day.
No.
Uh-uh.
Well, besides when what's his name, Bub, the gun.
Oh, that's right. He draws a gun on Rhodes. Oh man, that's great. But see, like the original Dead trilogy, man. Yeah, I know he's added movies to it since then. Land, Diary, Survival. But
yeah,
for so long growing up, it was these three movies. Night, Dawn, and Day. But now she's mm,
she's just
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, she's well. This, I guess, I don't want to say it was expected of women at that time, but she just goes catatonic, never really comes back.
Yeah, well, it was back in the '60s. Women just weren't looked at as strong characters.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in movies and under circumstances like this, guys are usually fight or flight. Uh, the girls are they pass out, damsel in distress.
Yeah, that was one nice change what they did with the remake in 1990.
Oh man, yeah, that was cool seeing Barbara kick ass, man. You know,
And there they go, breaking the lights.
yeah, that's right. There's little stuff in this movie. As many times as I've seen this movie, I still forget about like tiny stuff.
Yeah, it seems like they're like afraid of light or something.
Yeah, because he lights that chair on fire, and they all freak out. Um, then it's what Cooper's throwing the Molotov cocktails. So like, I mean, yeah, there he goes. They established a lot of you know, rules, if you will. But I think one of my favorite parts of the movie is they never call them zombies. They call them ghouls. They call them assassins. Like,
Yeah, that was cool because I guess zombies came later on.
yeah, because I mean, what's funny is up until this point, the word zombie was like Haitian voodoo stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know, there's John Russo. There he is. Yeah, but yeah. So until then, or up to then, it was all, they'll make a zombie out of you when you die. Bokor will come and dig you up, and or they'll give you zombie powder. You'll get pronounced dead, and now you're a slave. Which that's terrifying, man.
yeah.
Like you can't rest when you die. But
And like this zombie here, he's moving way slower than the cemetery zombie.
yeah. Well, I guess I'm trying to think what is it? I forget. I think it's on the news bulletin when they say it's the bodies of the recently dead. So like these are fresh guys, man. These are fresh cadavers. Like,
Yeah.
Hospitals. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, maybe they just haven't like loosened up yet.
yeah, I don't think maybe the rigor mortis hasn't or who knows? But it's neat to see because everybody in the movie, everybody that plays a zombie, they do things a little differently. They bring their own kind of
Their own character to it, their own
yeah,
vibe.
yeah, and
Yeah, you're right. Each one is different. They're not all exactly the same.
yeah, like in modern stuff, everyone kind of acts the same. There's like a guideline outline. All right, you have to do this. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, that's exactly what The Walking Dead did because it's about every zombie in that is exactly the same.
Well, they have zombie school, like where they go and learn how to be a zombie or how to move like a zombie.
Yeah.
This was the first time. This was unprecedented. So it was like kind of do your thing, walk real slow, like you have a stick in your butt.
Yeah, it was a learning process.
For real. And then they had to remember what they did the week before, when they came back to film.
Yeah, that's strange. I've never heard of them taking so much of a break, but it would make sense being in college and going to school.
Yeah, well, I guess they had Image 10, the latent image, whichever. They were making commercials and stuff for Iron City beer, stuff like that. Calgon, Take Me Away. That was a commercial they did. They were making money. They were living.
Yeah.
They were doing okay, but I guess they wanted to break into the film industry. So what's the easiest way to do that? Make a horror movie. So that's what they did. They made a horror movie. And
yeah, and at first I think thought they were going to be able to do it for like 10,000 or something. It was like 1,000 a person.
Yep.
Ended up coming out to be like 114,000.
Man. But then I guess people around the area caught wind of what they were doing, and so they started getting more help and so on. More people coming out to be actors. Like when you see them munching on guts, that's from a real butcher shop. You know.
Yeah, that's gross.
Those are real intestines, man. It's like, oh. So.
Yeah, I don't know if they were cooked or not, but either way.
Probably not. Probably not. Well, what is it? In Day of the Dead, there's that story, Rhodes, the guts for Rhodes. They were in a refrigerator and it got unplugged by accident. And it was unplugged for like a week. And they didn't have any more money to go buy any more guts, so they had to use them.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, so in the scene where they rip his legs off, like that's really Rhodes, like Joe Pilato, like he's about to throw up. So it's like but yeah.
He probably did throw up after that.
Probably, man. They were shoving like wax and shit up his nose, you know. But and another thing that happens in this movie, where I don't think people were ready for, she goes a little crazy here. I don't think this is the part. It's coming up, and Ben he bitch slaps her back into the Stone Age, man.
Yeah, that's something you wouldn't have seen back in the 60s.
Yeah, no. And it's not that he's being, mean or, our wife beater. It's just he's got to get her to calm down. He's got to knock it off.
Yeah. Just freaking out so much, needs her just to relax.
Yeah. We should just calm down. He starts talking real stern. But
back in the 60s, they didn't have weed, at least not in this movie anyway.
Yeah. I mean, to see a black guy smack a white woman back then, had balls, dude. Romero had balls, man, when he made this film.
Hell yeah, he did.
It was unheard of to have a black lead actor. That music box, I would kill to have that music box. I don't know why. If I could have one thing from this movie, I'd want that music box.
It is pretty cool.
Right?
And the music in the movie is done really well also.
Well, if I remember correctly, it's stock music. It's not. This music wasn't even made for the movie.
Well, it fits in really well.
Right? Yeah. But I've watched episodes of Ren and Stimpy, and this music was in the Ren and Stimpy cartoon.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So another reason it's my favorite cartoon.
I used to love that one.
Oh man, wait all week for Ren and Stimpy to come on. Yeah. See, she's trying, man. She's trying. She's just.
She's just out of it.
Yeah. Well, all right. If this was really happening, people would be losing their shit.
True. I don't know what I'd be doing. Trying to stay alive. I wouldn't be just moping around the house.
Yeah. She's. Let me hold that for you. There you go. Thanks, Barbara. Yeah, no. That's what I mean. You can kind of write her off pretty early in the flick.
Yeah. She just doesn't seem like she's going to make it.
Yeah, you're kind of, all right. See, yeah, she's, it's all good. It's all good. But, and I always think about this a lot when I watch this movie. When all the crew came together and made this movie, they had no idea what they were doing. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, they had no idea what this movie was going to do.
Yeah.
What a hard act to follow.
Very true. And doing this movie, they had like you were saying earlier, no guidelines, nothing really before to really help them for what they need to be doing.
It was excuse me, most definitely unprecedented. Nothing ever been done like this. And again, to come out of the gate with this being your first film, wow. Wow.
Yeah, you get a lot of respect for that.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think Romero just didn't want to get, what's it called, pigeonholed as a like a horror guy at first.
Yeah.
But hey man, stick with what you know.
That's true. Yeah, to me, he's right up there with all the other greats.
Absolutely. Then he hooked up with Stephen King in the late 70s, early 80s. And just, man. But yeah, just what a hard act to follow. But I'm happy he made more zombie movies, more dead movies.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, thank
Did
you,
he hook
Joe.
up with another, was it Italian director?
Oh, yeah. I guess Dario Argento was the reason he did Dawn of the Dead. Um, I'm not even sure if I know the whole story or not. He was in Italy. Romero and his wife were in Italy when they wrote the story for Dawn of the Dead, because Romero had taken a tour of the Monroeville Mall and thought to himself, "Wow, if the zombie apocalypse ever happened, you could really like hold up in here."
Yeah.
And then I guess, like I said, I'm probably killing the story, but either way, Dario Argento wanted to have a European cut of Dawn of the Dead. So I think, to my knowledge, there's 3 versions of that movie. There's the U.S. theatrical cut of Dawn of the Dead, the director's cut, which is like 2.5 hours long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then there's the European cut, which is like 90 minutes long. Argento cut a bunch of stuff out,
Okay.
which is why the zombie movies start at Zombie 2. The one we watched, the Italian one, Zombie versus Shark.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead is called Zombie in Italy. And so then Zombie 2, Zombie Flesh Eaters, so on and so forth. It's confusing. People get pissed.
Yeah. And the original name was Night of the Living Dead was what, Night of the Flesh Eater?
Yeah, when he wrote the script, he wrote it under the name Night of Anubis, which is the Egyptian god of the dead, because he was trying to be like a hipster, kind of be cool. But they were like, nobody's going to know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
So they named it Night of the Flesh Eaters, and apparently that name was copyrighted. So I guess they just slapdashed this name real quick, Night of the Living Dead, which that's a great name, man. What a great name for a horror movie.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great title.
Yeah. And they put the new title on the movie without the copyright.
Yes, big mistake.
Phew, thank you. What is it? I can't think of the name of the agency. I just had it. It doesn't matter. But because of what they didn't do with the copyright, it's in the public domain. So the William Morris Agency, that's it. They never made a dime off this movie. And that's so terrible. Sad, man. You know what I mean? Like, the movie's in the Library of Congress, it's historically relevant and all this.
You play at drive-ins very often.
It's still one of the quintessential midnight movies. Like, I remember watching this late at night as a kid, and then around Halloween, it was on like every channel around Halloween. Yeah, growing up in South Jersey, man, there was a station called Philly 57. Oh, they used to show all the good stuff.
Yeah, when I was growing up, it was all Friday 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. Oh, no, they played those, but they played a lot of zombie flicks, man. It's just, yeah. You need to calm down. Yep. And Ben's going to get crazy on her. But yeah, it's and like a lot of Romero's stuff that he does, it's people failing to work together, to come together.
Yeah, it just kind of shows us how humans really are.
Yeah, if they would just get along, they would have made it. I'm certain they would have made it.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, humans, we are like the most dangerous creatures on the earth.
Yeah, we're our own worst enemy, you know, because everybody has their own idea of what's right, what they're gonna do, blah blah blah. But yeah, no, Cooper with him in the basement, and it sucks because he's right. You know,
Yeah,
it turns out to be the safest place in the house. You're just like, oh, damn it. You know, um, yeah. Oh man, Ben is busting ass, dude.
yeah,
Well,
trying to get everything boarded up and everything. But Ben's idea did make sense. I mean, you don't want to corner yourself down in one room. You can't get
yeah.
out.
See, and again, they're both right in a way. So it's like, you know. Oh man. And I think this is it. Here it comes. Would you what? What's going on? Get over here. Wow. Yeah, no,
Yeah, I
no.
think it's yeah.
Yeah, audiences. Ooh. I would, man, I wish I had a time machine because I would have loved to have seen this back in '68 when it came out with an audience. Uh,
Yeah, it's everybody's reaction.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
He just slapped the shit out of her.
He knocked her in the next week, man. Like she survived because she woke up next week. Like uh, the guy, I can't think of his name. The guy that plays Tommy. He was the only, I think, actor that had been to Hollywood.
Okay.
You know, I guess some of those like beach blanket bingo movies that came out back in the
Yeah.
day. I think he's in a couple of
Okay, so the rest of these actors are just like starting out.
them. Yeah, they're just local actors, and not taking anything away from them. I mean, they all do their stuff. I mean, they sell it. Is
Yeah,
what I mean. Like you know, they
definitely.
all
Yeah, 'cause these are all great actors, even for not
yeah.
being like big Hollywood names. Just like Friday the 13th. I mean,
Yep. See, I love movies, man, with unknown actors in it, because then you're like, well, who's gonna die? Who's gonna get it? Like,
yeah, and they're like real people. You know, they
yep.
look like your neighbor or whoever.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last one. It's like none of them look like models except Tommy. You can tell Tommy's like he's posting up the gun show.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, no, the music still gets me on this. Like I'd sit and draw, listen to music. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's one thing I do love about it. It's just the music goes really well with it, and being they didn't write it for the movie, it's just
Yeah. Because yeah, from what I know, it's stock music. So it's just it was sitting in a library one day. They're like, oh, this sounds good. But it's I don't know, man. The cues for the movie are perfect. Like in the very beginning, you see the car driving up. That music's so creepy. Um,
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, what George Romero edited together with the music also.
probably being this is their first movie, they probably had to do everything together or do everything themselves.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's talent.
yeah, man, for real. And like, what is it? At the end, the guy that you know, spoilers, kids, the guy that shoots Ben, um, that Sheriff McGellen is talking to. That I think his name is Vince Servinsky, and he made all the squibs and stuff.
Okay.
And it's funny because he's not a pyrotechnic guy. I forget what he does for a living, but he was making some like homemade squibs. You know,
Oh wow.
it's like okay, are they going to work? Well, yeah, they're going to work. We just don't know how strong they're going to be. But
That's
hey,
crazy.
you got to do what you got to do, man. You know.
Yeah, they didn't have all the things they have now back then. It's just
Yep.
didn't have Tom Savini yet. I mean,
Well, it's I guess Tom Savini. From what I heard, I guess he wanted to do this movie, but he got drafted for Vietnam.
oh damn.
So while they're filming this movie, he's over in Vietnam taking pictures. He was a combat photographer, and
Oh, okay.
But then he got to do Dawn of the Dead, which is amazing. You know.
Yeah, that and then direct the remake.
Oh yeah. Oh man. And dude, listen, I think he did an excellent job doing the remake. Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
really, yeah. You
it's
know,
one of the best remakes out there.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I will argue with anybody over that remake. Yeah. Got to go to that farmhouse too. Like we hit
Yeah,
everything
so
when we were
good.
out there. So yeah. Well, it's like, man, shit. If you're gonna do it, do it. Like we were like, all right, man, we got 2 days.
Yeah, if you're gonna do something, do it right.
Yeah, for real. Just don't get shot.
Yeah,
You know. Yeah. He's out of it, man. And I don't know. No, I don't think it's no, it's not in this one. It's in the remake. I was gonna say every time Ben pulls a cigarette out of his pack, it's broken until
that
the
would
last one.
suck.
Yeah, till the very last one. He's in the basement. Yeah, no, it's not in this one.
It looks like he's getting wore out.
He's done, man. You know, and it's I don't know. There's comics and stuff that are offshoots of this movie. But what's funny is they never talk about what happens at Beekman's Diner because Ben he keeps going on about Beekman's Diner. You know.
Yeah, yeah, he's telling the story of how he got there.
Yeah, yeah. He hopped in the truck because the truck's not his. Um, and he hauled ass. Yeah, I don't think to my not the ones I've read a bunch of Night of the Living Dead comics, man. Um,
Yeah,
they never, yeah, never really show what went down at Beekman's Diner. It's like, damn.
they should do that. They should go back and do something like that.
Yeah, I mean they might have. I just didn't get that issue.
Yeah,
And please don't think I'm touting off like some authority. I love this movie and I've read as much as I could about the movie. So,
yeah.
uh, but yeah, I always thought that was odd. But there's one comic that came out from Fanico where I guess they show like other spots. They show like a place in Louisiana uh, where
Like how it spreads.
well, just it's just zombies coming out of the swamp.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a part in the movie where they talk about the Venus space probe, and when it returns to Earth, it has high levels of radiation, and
Yeah, it could probably cause the mutation.
yeah, they don't say that's the reason, but they're kind of like, oh, maybe that's it, and so the comic takes that idea and kind of runs with it a little bit. You see the trajectory it's going, and
Yeah,
everywhere it flies
cool
over.
the zombies coming out of the swamp. That just
Yeah, it's creepy shit.
yeah. I think the only thing I ever saw with zombies in water was that Land of the Dead.
Oh yeah, Land of the Dead. When Big Daddy crosses the river, you know. Um, so yeah, there's like a wherever this thing flies over, that's where the corpses are coming to life. But and you never, again, I don't know if there's a comic written about it, but you never find out just where the Coopers were coming from or going to. I mean, they were probably going home, but
Yeah, it's not really clear because he doesn't really explain it that well. It almost sounds like they possibly were traveling through because they don't know the area well.
yeah. Well, because what is it? I don't know if it's in this one too. I can't remember. See, again, the Alzheimer's is kicking my butt. Uh, they're kind of dressed up. Like I know in the remake, Cooper's wearing like a tuxedo.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like, where were they coming from? You know, it's neat that all these people from all different walks of life ended up in this farmhouse. You know,
Yeah, they just don't get along well.
oh God, it's such a shame. You know, but then you got
The radio.
I so want one of those radios, old Zenith.
That would be really cool to have.
Yeah, man. You know, and it's neat because the newscaster in this movie, the thing the script he's reading, it sounds legit. It sounds real. Like from, if you place yourself back in the 60s and 70s, that sounds like something you'd hear on the radio.
Yeah, it sounds like a legit like radio broadcast.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of. It's like very War of the Worlds esque. Like, you know, uh, that that recording is on YouTube. There's a video. It's like 10 minutes long, and it's just that guy saying what he says in the movie. And
Okay.
like if you're washing dishes or something and you're listening to it, it's creepy. Like it's creepy no matter what. So,
Yeah.
There's Cooper. Cooper, you dick. Ben's kind of a dick too, man, because it's like they both came in this house that they don't own, and I get you're trying to survive, but
yeah, they're both trying to be like the boss.
Yeah,
Someone else's house.
Steak.
And it's actually like the other guy's uncle's house.
Yeah, Uncle Reach. That's right. So if anything, well, Judy sets him straight. She's like, "This is Tommy's house. You want to play rooster with it?" Now you tell me. See, he could be a school teacher, for all you know. Could be anything.
Yeah, could be. He's no like military general. Like
it's like Rhodes' grandpa. Get him, Carl. Let him have it. And then they all come together at one point. When they're trying to get.
Yeah, for a little bit there. Yeah.
Because Cooper goes upstairs and he's throwing the Molotovs and stuff. Like, see, they're working together, and then it just comes undone.
Yeah, goes right back to not trusting each other.
Yeah, no. Then it's always, it makes for good storytelling. It's always you want to see the train wreck, like you want to see the car accident, and what Romero wrote that into a lot of his movies.
He tried to make it very believable of how people really are.
Yeah, exactly. Because shit's gonna fall apart. It's just a matter of time. Especially in Day, when everything breaks down in Day, it's just it's hard to watch. Shit just gets bad. See, stating his case.
Yeah, both arguing over like where they should stay.
Yeah. I don't know. Look, I would have boarded up that stuff. And but I don't know. You don't know that the basement is the safest place in the house yet. So it's.
Yeah, you have no idea because it's just, I don't know. It's just, to me, like the idea of being up there with that many escape routes would be safer than being boxed into one room.
Exactly. They come in one way, there's 50 other exits you have. But they knock that cellar door down, you're done, man.
Yeah, you're not getting out.
No.
Not even with a jackhammer, you're not getting out that wall.
Or what? Like what is it? Dead Alive lawnmower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
such a great movie.
There's Tommy. That's right. Laying down the law. But yeah. Gas pump. Shoots the gas pump. God, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, some of the things people do, just not thinking clearly.
Yeah, like you're in a panic and stuff, but it's like, dude, use the butt of the gun. Break the fucking lock off. It doesn't matter. It's in the script.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, no. See, and that's creepy, man. Nobody had ever seen nothing like that before back in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
This movie, straight terrified people. I was petrified the first time I saw this movie. I was really scared. I was like, oh
It's
shit.
very creepy.
Well, this movie, it did something to my brain where no matter what building I enter, Walmart, whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Restaurant. I'm always looking for escape routes.
Yeah.
Like,
You always gotta know your surrounding. If something goes down,
yeah,
you know where you need to be going.
yeah. It altered my way of thinking because I'm like, all right, and not because of zombies, but I like to think zombies. But it's like, all right, shit goes south, man. How am I getting out of here? All right, if I can throw a chair at that window and jump through, like, yeah.
Yeah, it makes you see things differently and try to be prepared.
For real. I just got to run faster than that guy. Oh, that's
Very true.
terrifying. That's terrifying.
That was
And
you tripping
yeah,
up.
the first I think this is first movie you see like a butt or something. It's something. There's some thing with that. Uh, she's an art student.
Okay.
That's Mrs. Cooper. A lot of people don't realize that.
Okay.
Playing a zombie.
I
Eating
know it's the
bugs.
first time and probably the only time I remember seeing a nude zombie.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you're right. I've never even thought about that.
Yeah, I've
Because
never seen another one.
wow.
And I've seen a lot of movies.
Yeah, you have. You've probably seen more horror movies than me. But
I don't know about
I've seen,
that.
I've seen some stuff, man. I've seen some stuff. Um, I'm trying to think of it. And I can't think of it right now. I'm having brain farts. But no. In Return of the Living Dead, that bald one that's in the cooler,
Oh,
where he's like,
okay.
oh, remember? He's naked, but it's just kind of funny.
The one they can't kill, it's like yellow tinted.
Yeah. He's like a weird, or he's like a weird yellow. That's right. You're supposed to hit the brain. I hit the fucking brain. Fucking movie's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like rubber almost, like a mannequin type.
Yeah, he looks real fake. Rest of the stuff, to William Stout's credit, the rest of the stuff in that movie looks awesome. But that one guy's, you know.
Like, you can never replace trash.
Yeah, no, that's pretty funny. Linnea Quigley, she fits in my armpit. Like she's so small. She's so small. But she's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. She's a really nice lady. There's Judy. Judy's pretty good looking in this one, man. I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah, she is.
Yeah, right. She's another one. She's just kind of like, what the hell? What are we doing? Cooper, you dick. Let it go, Tom. Yeah, anyway. But
Oh, yeah, she's a pretty lady.
yeah, no, Judy, yeah. So when this movie premiered, it came out around Halloween in 1968. It was shot around Pittsburgh, so it premiered at the Fulton Street Theater in Pittsburgh, in downtown Pittsburgh.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, walked by that place all the time, man. But they were remodeling it at the time I lived there, so I could never go inside.
Oh, damn.
But it was neat just to walk by. I'd stop and look at it every day. Yeah, and what is it? They had to find a distributor, and I guess all the distributors they approached all wanted them to change the end of the movie. They didn't want, what happens to happen.
Yeah, they tend to do that a lot.
Well, it's they wanted like the happy ending.
Oh, okay.
Which as much as I hate what happens to Ben, as much as I hate that, the ending is quite realistic, I think.
Yeah, the way it plays out.
Yeah, it's not going to be a happy ending, man. Like something like that very well could and probably would happen. You know.
Oh yeah. And then they have the daughter here. She's been bitten, and they don't realize what's going on just yet because it's
Yeah.
all new to it. They don't realize she's slowly turning.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, one of those things bit her on the arm. Uh, that's what Kyra Schoen. She's a kindergarten teacher. The little girl.
Hmm.
Imagine how cool that would be. One of your teachers from school was in Night of the Living Dead.
That would be so cool.
Oh man, I would freak out. You know. And you can buy a trowel from her. She will sign it for you from her website.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think they're like $20 or $30, maybe a little more. But that'd be pretty kick-ass, man. To have a
Oh
trowel.
yeah, I'd definitely hang that up on the wall.
Yeah, for real. Next to your Tom Savini Jason mask. So jealous. But yeah. Here's where you find out what a real dick Cooper is, you know.
Yeah, he just can't seem to get along with everybody and thinks he knows everything.
For real.
And if he's wrong, it's a problem.
Yeah, it's not. he's definitely part of the problem. Look at that. Oh yeah, jump cut. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're what is it? The latent image or image 10, wherever their office was.
Yeah.
I think it was right after they released the movie. The Mahungalia River flooded, I think, and it it flooded their basement.
Oh damn.
Where they kept all the extra excuse me, extra reels of film from the movie.
Yeah.
All the stuff they didn't use, and they got ruined. They got destroyed.
Oh shit.
So there's only a couple, I think, full prints of the movie.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's man. So that's
It's like
crap.
bonus features and everything that could have came later on like Blu-ray and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah. It's like B-roll stuff, bloopers, stuff like that. It was all yeah. The river flooded and flooded the basement. Excuse me. And what's funny, the basement in the movie, that's the basement in their office. That's where they shot the basement scenes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can't even tell.
Yeah. Well, because he's a master editor, man.
Yeah, that was something I was gonna say. That they usually go like a rule against that, like you direct, you don't edit. But they're a small crew, they really had no choice.
Because what is it? Quentin Tarantino. I forget her name. It's Sally something. Sally Henke. That's his editor, and she's edited every one of his films. So it's like, you can shoot the stuff. That's all fine.
Yeah.
But it's the editor. See, you and I know about editing now. So it's kind of like, you gotta
have a good editor because you can shoot all you want, and with being a director, usually like it's like your masterpiece, your child. You don't want people to mess with it, but sometimes it needs to be changed a little bit.
Yeah. And the editor's like the storyteller, I think. like what you just said, you can shoot all this stuff, but there's a way it has to come together to flow,
Yeah, where the story makes sense and everything. It's not doesn't drag on for too long. All that, yeah.
And the timing and everything. And what's funny is there's so many movies that were considered bombs, that were just like, oh, this movie sucks. I think it was just the editing was bad. Like if
they would have cut out a little more.
That
would have helped.
So
move it at like a faster pace.
Yeah. Because I guess Romero cut his teeth working for the film labs for the news agencies, and when they used to do news reports and stuff, it was all done on film. So you had to edit that stuff every day for like the 7 o'clock news, the 11 o'clock news.
Okay.
And that's what Romero used to do. He'd be in the basement with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, editing all this footage together. So
yeah, he got the experience, and
yeah, that's how he got real good at it, which is awesome. Adds to it. So
yeah, he had some hands-on experience.
yeah, I love the fact that he didn't really utilize the Hollywood system. He shot outside Hollywood.
Yeah, you don't see that a whole lot.
Well, I mean, with the indie stuff, but again,
yeah, of course.
They have. Listen, I'm not talking smack about indie. It's just for the most part, they go in with like a crew. They have a crew, job for everybody. It doesn't always work out, and like our good friend Shane Terry will tell you, oh, I guess I'm doing sound today. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You lend a hand where it's needed. So, and like I think that's awesome. I have the utmost respect for those guys.
Yeah, a lot of love goes into it.
Absolutely, man. Especially Colin Bresler, like what he does.
Yeah.
That guy, he makes movies with like $1.50.
Yeah, Justin Seaman and Zane Hershberger up there at Screen King Releasing. Those guys, they put together some great stuff.
They're like magicians, man. Seriously, So, and I'll be the first to tell you, they don't do it for the money. They do it because they love it. And
very true.
You can tell. Yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, like, real stiff newsroom, like. But there's commotion in the back, so something's happening. And
yeah, something's really wrong.
Yeah,
Phones are off the hook.
Answer that phone, like. But yeah, they actually, Romero and company put real towns from Western Pennsylvania in that shot whenever they show the TV screen. So if you were a Pittsburgh native and you were watching this movie, you were like, oh, damn, that town's like 3 miles from here.
Yeah, which is pretty cool, but then you'll have a bunch of fans going to flock to those areas to check it out.
Like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with Blair Witch.
I was just going to say that, man. The same thing kind of backfired with Blair Witch because people were showing up stealing the town sign. Like, welcome to Burkittsville.
And roaming through the woods.
Oh, man. And again, that's another movie, man. They made it with like $8 and it did gangbusters.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that
wow.
movie came out and everybody thought it was real because of the type of things they were doing with like the newscast.
And it's funny because like the families of these kids weren't going to let their last moments be shown in like a theater. So it's kind of like, use your head. But there's Romero on the left. That's him, big guy. But this is really cool. I like this scene because it shows you the lawmakers and the politicians don't even know what the hell's going on. So they're just, remain calm.
Yeah, well, it's like the military is disagreeing with these doctors.
Yep.
Or scientists.
Now, doctor, that's not what we discussed. Like, so.
Yeah, we can't freak out everybody.
Oh man, I'm telling you what. And they shot this stuff with no permit, and they're really in Washington D.C. So,
wow.
Yeah, they said the cops would drive by, and they'd stop, just kind of hang out and talk for a minute, and then the cop would go on, and so they'd whip out the camera and start filming stuff.
Yeah, try to act like they weren't doing anything wrong.
Yeah. Well, if we ever make a movie, probably gonna be the same kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, just run out and start filming stuff. Just go. So. Oh, yeah. And the Cooper's car is however far away, I guess, rolled on its side or something. It's out of commission.
Yeah, the zombies tipped it all over.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of neat seeing that one car door closed backwards.
Do what? Say it again.
The car door in the last car that we just saw, it closed backwards, like
Oh, it has suicide doors.
like
Yeah.
the opposite way.
Uh-huh. No, those are cool. It's funny. I actually wrote Robert Kirkman a letter. I wrote the Walking Dead comic book a letter because of this scene right here. This guy, his last name is Grimes, the guy on the left. And
Okay.
I asked Kirkman, I'm like, hey, did you name Rick Grimes after the guy in Night of the Living Dead? And he answered me. He answered my letter. He said, no. He went to high school with a guy whose last name was Grimes. So,
Okay, so it's just a coincidence.
yeah, kind of. He was just, he said he always thought that name was cool. So he named uh, Rick Grimes. That's where he got his last name. And it stunk because I really thought I got him. Like, I thought
Figured it out.
I found out where he got Rick Grimes' name from. I'm the only one. No, not at all. Not at all. But he answered my letter. That was cool.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
It's issue like 127 or 128 of The Walking Dead has my letter in it. And,
Oh, cool.
yeah. So it's in the back. And I wrote another letter asking when they were going to show Florida. When Rick Grimes and company were going to end up in sunny, beautiful, apocalyptic Florida. And
Yeah, down in Miami or something.
yeah, showed like the marinas all inundated with crashed boats and stuff. And again, he answered my letter. Couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, both times he answered my letter. He goes, much like a deal with the devil, you'll get what you want, but not how you want it.
Yeah, yeah. So they ended up in Virginia.
Yeah. Alexandria. But yeah, so, and he did. They ended up showing the coastline, and wasn't what I expected. So, but yeah,
Yeah, they were actually filming another spinoff a few months back, right before COVID and everything hit.
From the show.
Yeah, there's another spinoff getting ready to come out. It's like the second one.
Oh boy, I thought I heard they were making Walking Dead movie, which is
Okay.
I guess that's where Rick Grimes comes back. Which I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know there was Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
One's like a whole nother separate thing, but still has Walking Dead in the title.
Wow. It was cool when Walking Dead came out, but after so long,
it's been out way too long. It's time to just wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, it came out 2010. It's been out for 10 years, man. Like 10 years. That's
a long run. Only thing I know is around longer than that's Doctor Who.
Oh, Doctor Who. That'll never die. Doctor Who.
No, never.
Well, because I don't know. I think Walking Dead kind of turned into a soap opera with zombies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I hate to call it that because I was really big fan of Walking Dead and all the comics. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I like the show. It's just kind of changed and it's been going on for so long.
It's just it lost its luster, I guess. Anywho, Michael Jackson's Thriller used to scare the crap out of me when I was a kid.
It was a very cool video.
Oh man, Well, it's like Rick Baker. He did the effects in that.
Yeah, the makeup was done very well.
Oh man, yeah. This is American Werewolf in London guy. Anyway, I keep rabbit trailing on other movies. But look, there's even kind of a love story. Kinda.
Yeah, between these two here, yeah.
Yeah, before the barbecue, Hey Tom, what are we gonna do?
Is that moonshine? Alcohol, sometimes.
Probably. Out in Western Pennsylvania. I'll tell you what, when I lived in Alabama for a little bit, moonshine is everywhere. It's in everyone's house. They don't know how it got there, but it's there.
Yeah.
It's really funny, you know. So I would not. I'd probably bet it is moonshine. Just gonna say, you know.
I mean, it could be gas, but it's just a very dangerous way to store gas.
Yeah, no. I'm going with moonshine.
Yeah.
You know. Judy, cut those strips.
Get a move on.
Oh man, look, he's selling it, boy. He's selling it. Look at him. Go, go, go. Oh man, acting chops.
Yeah,
But
he is a very good actor.
he, you know, I think on the set they called him Hollywood, like, because he was one of the few that had, you know, real Hollywood experience. Blah blah blah. So yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
he
bad.
sells it.
Yeah. There you go. Boom. Love in the Time of Zombies. Ghouls. Sorry. All right. Now, see, look, it's, you know, seems to be all right for the most part.
Yeah, yeah, for now.
You know, come on, Barbara, come with me. You're gonna go with her. So it's not the cat. Uh, yeah. Let's keep her away from the door.
Yeah, she seems to be doing better than Barbara. But
Yeah, for real. And Cooper. All right. So, okay, we got a plan. See what happens. All right, we're gonna go outside. You're gonna claw hammer all them zombies, Tom. Ben really boarded the shit up, man. Like, oh,
yeah, he's hoping that no one can get in, but
yeah.
I don't know. If they would have had screws, it might have been a little better.
uh, well, I guess when they boarded the stuff up, they didn't remember how they did it. So, like, when they were, they had to redo it over and over for the different takes. And they were like, yeah, it was really nailed up there. So they
Yeah,
couldn't,
so
like,
it's not just like
yeah,
Velcro or nothing.
yeah, no, that was they were really ripping them off the wall, like, oh shit. So they were like, after each take, Dwayne was like, he was fucking tuckered out. Here we go.
Yeah, it's gotta be tiring.
Yeah, dude, for real. All right, guys, don't mess us up. See,
Yeah, it's a shot.
yeah, terrified of fire. Okay, setting up rules. Huh.
I know he's got his boxers. Oh, I didn't think of that.
I still like in the remake that one junkie zombie walks out and he's got the needle in his arm and stuff. It's like,
Oh
geez.
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
See, this seems like very dumb to be throwing him that close to the truck.
Yeah. Uh, uh, just waiting for it, man. Judy, what are you doing?
Here's another part of where like a nowadays or more modern zombie wouldn't be thinking to put the fire out. He just keep walking on fire.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, they would just flee, you know. But see, again, you know, when they made this movie, they, and again, I don't want to say it this way because it's not disrespectful or rude. It's they didn't know what they were creating. So
Yeah, yeah, not at all.
like, yeah, it was kind of like, oh, do what you think you would naturally do if you were a reanimated corpse. So dude's like putting the fire. So,
Yeah, I guess they just thought you'd still feel pain.
yeah. Well, it's kind of funny. It's kind of strange actually because Romero and company made this with them acting a certain way. Then there's a lot of movies that came out right after this. Literally, they were ripping Night of the Living Dead off. And they kind of did their own thing with the zombie too. Like,
Okay.
all right, children shouldn't play with dead things. That came out 4 years after this. And listen, I don't care what anybody says. Those zombies are fucking terrifying in that movie.
Yeah.
You know. And like that's the first movie that I think to ever show him coming out of a cemetery, like crawling out of graves. And a lot of it is attributed to this movie. And I always thought it was funny because it's like, well, there's not a lot of blood in this movie, and you don't see him crawling out of graves.
No, yeah, the blood you don't see it a few times,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so dark and black. It's not the same as like that red pop of blood.
Yeah, like it's like Dawn of the Dead, for example. I always say it looks like melted crayons. Like,
yeah,
it's
the
so.
blood movie looks so cool.
And then like in Psycho, which I'm sure probably like this, they use like chocolate syrup for the blood.
Yeah.
So yeah. Mm-hmm. My jacket's caught. Judy.
Man. Like if you should be able to see that. Like you're on fire.
Yep, that was your big plan. It's gone. And yeah, now they're headed back towards you. Oh man. What a kick in the gut.
She would have stayed inside like you told her to.
Dude, I'm telling you. I want to go with you. Stay in the house. Stay in the house, Judy.
Yeah, a lot of that would not have happened probably.
Possibly. I mean, I don't know. 2 more down. Yeah, Ben's out there fire dancing. Oh man.
Gotta hit him in the head.
Beat him or burn him. They go up pretty easy. Like, oh, you dirty bastard, Cooper. Oh. See? What are you doing, man? Oh man, it's on now.
Yeah, because now it's just bringing them all right back to the house.
Oh man, yep, all that fucking noise. This punch is so slow getting there. But yeah.
This guy is just scared or just a dick. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he was. Listen, yeah, I'm not giving him any kind of, lenience or anything. I mean, I know he was panicking, but boom.
Yeah, just leave him out there to die.
That's a dick move, man. That's a dick move.
Very much so.
Well, it's like, he's at the basement door, he's hesitating, blah blah blah. Like, man, you're a piece of shit, Cooper.
He gets what he deserves.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's right. That's right. She eats both her parents. Wow. Barbecue's on.
Yeah.
What's up? And this probably grossed people out when they saw it for the first time because they were like, oh shit.
Yeah, because they're just I wouldn't say beating the shit out of each other, but no, he's just beating the shit out of him.
Yeah. But
He's
like,
there.
well, like, gotta figure, all right, there's 2 corpses in that car. And, the zombies are just tearing into him, man. Look at that. Oh, boy. Oh, look, they're fighting.
Yeah, fighting over the guts.
Oh, that's so gross, man. Again, I would have. Oh, look at. Oh, that's a big hunky piece of meat. I would have loved to have seen this with an audience back in '68. Like,
yeah, that would have been really cool,
man. Oh wow, that's a fucking bone. Oh, look at that. Yeah, people lost their fucking minds watching this movie.
Yeah, it looks It's like a ham bone or something.
Yeah. And like especially kids, there were I forget it's one of the directors. I want to say it's Joe Dante. Uh, he did The Howling, Piranha, the original Piranha
Okay.
that we like. I think it's Joe Dante. He snuck into the original Night of the Living Dead, like
Oh,
snuck into the theater, like he's way underage, and
yeah.
traumatized him. Totally traumatized him. So,
Oh, yeah. That's why they have those ratings.
oh yeah. But see, what kind of stinks is you and I have seen so many horror movies, plus uh, coming up when we did, this is tame. Like this is nothing compared to the
Oh, yeah.
stuff that we grew up with. Uh,
Yeah, the gore and everything was
yeah,
way,
yeah,
way more extreme than this.
but still, it's I don't know. You got to pay your respects to it. Um,
Yeah, this whole time she's had a car. And
Johnny has the keys. Wait, what? What'd you say?
yeah, because she's been hysterical this whole time. So he's like,
Yeah. Everybody just kind of wrote her off, you know,
yeah,
like, oh, Blondie's talking? Oh, okay. Uh, yeah, now. Yep. You gonna walk all that way? Come on, guys. Just settle down. It's gonna be late soon.
yeah, if they could have just made it till morning, they might have been all right.
And at this point, they just have to keep the place fortified, and they don't know this yet, but keep an eye on Cooper's kid. Uh,
Yeah, the little zombie kid.
Creepy zombie kid, man.
Kids are always creepy.
I'm telling you, dude. Any horror movie with a kid in it, always like, I don't trust that kid, man. Like,
That's usually bad news.
I'm telling you, dude. Yeah. Oh wow. Uh, yeah, scary stuff. And it's cool because I guess they put as much Pittsburgh in this movie as they could because was it Billy Cardill makes an appearance, Chili Billy, um, which is Laurie Cardill's father, who plays Sarah in Day of the Dead. That's her dad in real life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's
So
like barbecue sauce.
it might be chocolate sauce, but I wouldn't.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh oh. News footage. And see, the thing about the editing in this movie is, it's like a documentary at the time. So
Yeah, exactly.
it looks real. Like it doesn't. It's like this is the shit people were seeing on TV.
Yeah, the newscasters, they seem very real with the words popping on the screen like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like it's organized, like the militia, I guess we'll call them that. Uh, but yeah, they're out in like I don't want to call it Redneckville, but they're out in way rural area.
Oh yeah, definitely with all those guns.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're kind of handling business themselves, and so yeah, it looks like I would expect it to look like just here. Let's grab an interview real quick, and then we'll haul ass over here. Blah blah blah. There's the bridge right there to the right.
Oh yeah.
There it is. That's so cool.
This guy's got a really cool hat.
Yeah, man. And that's the sheriff. Like he's badass. There's Billy Cardill. Um, so yeah, it's neat. And it's dude, I don't know. Like stuff hasn't really changed a whole lot there. Like there's more buildings, there's more houses,
Yeah, it's grown up some.
but it's it's the same, you know. Uh,
This guy, his lines are mainly ad lib.
Yeah, I think he made up those lines because, again, the interview I read, they brought him out to the set, and he was waiting. He had worked all night. Bill Cardell, he'd worked all night, and he was, hey, you want to come be in the movie? He's like, yeah, sure. So he goes out, and waited like all day. So he was on like 22 hours no sleep, and finally they were ready for his scene. So he came out, and they were like, just kind of go with it. And
That's crazy.
But I know was it Sheriff McClellan? He's got one of my favorite lines in the whole movie. Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Oh yeah, yeah, I love that line.
He made that line up. That was improv. So, give it up, Cooper. Let it go. 2 people are already dead.
Yeah, let's go back down.
Do what?
So he should just go back down to the basement.
I'm telling you, man. You know. And here we go. Another example of tools. Yeah. So, aside from being remade,
1,000 times.
yeah, I'll say a lot of those remakes are in name only. Like, and again, that's sad because anybody can go jack the name of this movie and make just a terrible movie.
Yeah, make their own version of it, but none of them really does it justice other than the 1990.
The 90 remake. Well, that one was, I guess, officially authorized. That was the the crew from this movie, the original crew. That was their chance to actually make money off the name Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
And they had to beat a company out of Texas to do it first. So, which, you know.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but.
Yeah, it's on the commentary with Savini. But like, yeah, there's Night of the Living Dead 3D, Reanimated, you name it, dude. It's been done.
Yeah, the one with Sid Haig.
Yeah, there's that one with Sid Haig, and I think there's a sequel to that one with Jeffrey Combs, Dr. Herbert West.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of these remakes.
Because what I ended up telling you about a bunch. There was like 6 or 7 I told you about.
Yeah. There's one of them where it's like a group of, I think it's like a group of friends. And people go to like a convention.
Nemesis.
Nemesis. They go back to a party and they wake up all dressed like they're Night of the Living Dead.
That one's so strange. It's like I don't know, man. It's not a remake, but it's like a spin-off or something.
Yeah, spin-off, and they just use the title.
Yeah. It's jeez. I don't know. I saw it at Movie Stop, and I was like, for some reason, I really want to see this. And boy, was I disappointed.
I always put it back whenever I see it in stores.
It's terrible. The one that I thought was unique was Reanimated.
Okay, I haven't seen that one yet.
Okay, it's a bunch of animators, and they animate over the film.
Oh, cool.
It's different, man, because they use all kinds of stuff to animate, like dolls, Hot Wheel cars. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
It's neat to see. You know what I mean? Like, it's not an Academy Award winner, but yeah, exactly, something different. So, but
if I get into the house.
Do what?
Let's say if I get into the house.
Yep, coming.
Sometimes some of the things they do, I don't see why you would got that close to the window.
Yeah, no. And that's a I don't know, if you're a kid, man, that's pretty creepy scene, man. What they do with the squeals, like the sound design and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Ben, just let it go.
She had plenty of time to get up and run. She just lays there screaming.
Nah. It's a cool touch, but there's Johnny.
Yeah, a little bit of blood.
Yeah.
She just keeps stabbing away.
Not. She's gone. Yeah. Johnny had the keys.
Man, should have only had the keys and might have got over there.
I'm telling you, man, it's terrible. And it's like all the ones from the beginning come back. Like Bill Hensman, he comes crawling through the window here.
Yeah, so if anything that could go wrong went wrong.
I'm telling you, dude. Yeah. Man, yeah. But I think to be alone during all that stuff, that's to me, I think that would be the worst. Like,
yeah, because they can't call anybody or anything.
Yeah. Well, especially everybody you were with in that house ate it. Everybody. Tom and Judy, Barbara, the Coopers. But yeah, that's the basement of the film studio or the film office on I can't remember where it was. Doesn't matter. Yeah. And some of them look lost. Some of the zombies.
Yeah, they're just kind of wandering around. And
yeah.
that one's like dragging something. Was okay? That's part of the thing you were talking about earlier. Was using that leg with the bed to try to break through the door.
Yep. That's
shirtless guy. So there's some different nude guys in this too.
The one guy looks like to flip the piano.
Now he doesn't have his shirt on.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember correctly, man. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Viewers, tell me to shut up. But I think this was the first movie to show a butt. I think. I'm probably way wrong.
It could be because 68. I mean,
yeah,
wasn't a whole lot of nudity in films back then.
No. But I mean, it adds to the realism because it's like the recently dead. They're not gonna have clothes on.
No, they're not gonna worry about getting dressed.
No, dude, for real. Where's my hat? I can't find my keys. Like it's just to be alone in that situation. I think that's the creepiest thing.
Yeah, it's gotta be a terrible feeling.
Yeah, because he might not get out of that basement.
Yeah, it's trapped. I think there should be some kind of way out of there.
Go through the fucking wall near the door.
Yeah. He'd have to have something very strong to get himself out of there.
Yeah, because I guess the house in real life just had a fruit cellar, I think, real small. So, yeah, the cellar you see in the movie is the one that flooded at their film office, which even that looks like a really small cellar, man. Very claustrophobic.
Oh, damn.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this is filling up with all these damn zombies.
Yeah.
Bored and just leave them alone after a while.
It's creepy, man. It's creepy. Because you can see the wall getting pushed in. So it's kind of like, oh, shit. These guys might break this door down.
Yeah, and if they do, then you're done for.
Yeah, man, for real. Let's see.
I always thought with the helicopter in the end. Being the helicopter part to the Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah. I always like to think that's the helicopter, you know.
Yeah.
And in the remake, that helicopter they show above that gas station where that car T-bones that other one and blows up. If you look closely at the helicopter, it has the same decals and stuff, the paint scheme as the Dawn of the Dead helicopter. So
Okay, cool.
that's Roger, Fran, Flyboy. That's them. They're in the movie. So
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
yeah, man, for real, you know. But he always did them in different decades, so 60s, 70s, 80s. Yeah, those dogs. I don't know.
Yeah, it's trying to chase him down.
Do what?
So the dog's just trying to chase him down.
Yeah, they're out handling business.
I guess they just get the scent of them. The hunting dogs.
So yeah, I don't know. It stinks what happens to Ben, but and it was funny. Liz and I were talking about this the other day. As much as she can't stand this movie, she has really good critiques on it. She really does.
Yeah, because I mean the ending.
It couldn't have. What she was saying is it couldn't have ended any other way. Like it had to have ended this way.
Yeah.
Considering the time, the place. And no, she had a good point. She was like, yeah. Because if you think about it, Ben's, he's not that good of a guy either.
True. You don't know his backstory, you don't know where he comes from, you don't know anything about him.
But we're rooting for him nonetheless,
True. But these guys out here, they're not like checking to make sure you're a zombie. They're just shooting. They shoot on sight. Ask questions later. Another one for the fire.
I don't know about you, but I heard a noise in that house.
Yeah.
It's like, and that's Vince Cervinsky. That's the guy who, no matter what the problem was, he'd jump on it and tend to fix it. So.
She would have just stayed in the basement.
See, I say that all the time. It's like, just stay in the basement. You can hear gunshots, dude. Somebody's out there handling business.
Yeah, I'm guessing he just thought they wouldn't shoot him.
Man.
But yeah, just like you were saying, like it couldn't end another way because if he would have survived, then 10 years later they would have had to throw him in the sequel.
Right between he's a crack shot too. Boom. Wow. And that's the last line of the movie. There's another one for the fire. Ugh. Even the credit sequence is creepy, man. This is just terrifying stuff.
Yes, it is.
Because the way it's photographed, again, it's like it really happened.
Yeah, and the grittiness of it, the way the film looks, it's great.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that was what our commentary for Night of the Living Dead. Went really nerdy on you, just because I don't know. It's this movie's a lot of things. Like it's more than a movie, and I don't mean that because I'm a raging hard on for it, but this movie's responsible for a lot of stuff. So
yes, it is. I mean, it's a classic.
Yeah. It's in the Library of Congress, man. So, but yeah. So that's it.
And this time of year, it's a perfect movie to watch.
Yes,
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, it's a Halloween standard, man. Like, watch it every year. So yeah, but yeah. So I don't know. On the fire pyre. No good. Ben should have lived.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, look at that.
Even these films are creepy as hell.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Yeah. Terrible. But I love it.
Yeah, it had to be done.
Yeah, man. Like, the end.
And
So,
for this
yeah.
time, special effects were pretty good too.
Well, yeah. I mean, considering the camera, blah blah blah, what they did, and again, they kept a lot of stuff to a minimum that you see, and just nobody had ever seen nothing like that before, man. Like, this movie was bonkers when it came out.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, try not to brag a whole lot about being everywhere, but
Yeah.
couldn't help it, man. I get excited watching that movie. So
All right.
yeah,
Well, guys, we'll see you guys next time.
yeah. Take it easy. Happy Halloween.